sports analyst, somebody who has a particularly interesting take and is telling us, giving us very, very interesting insights here, telling us even off air about a friend of his who's injured, but maybe we can bring that up a little bit later. Sami, before we went on break, you had asked him the question about like what are some of the more typical injuries that we typically see. Can we go from there again? Because
yes.
I had to cut you off briefly, and I was like, I really want to hear this too,
I know, because for me, basically the question was which are the most common, and one of the things I've realized along the way is the injuries differ per sport. So like rugby injuries are not similar to football injuries. Guys in athletics, the injuries they get are totally different from what racket players actually do. Golfers have their own set of injuries.
Does golf count as a racket sport or a club sport?
It's a club sport. But basically what I was trying to ask is, what are the most common injuries that you come across in Kenya across the different sports?
I think generally locally here in our local sports, most common injury is the muscle strain, which now entails the hamstring, the calf injuries, for obvious reasons such as inconsistent training. Can have the trainers or the team people are having different training sessions every day, and the muscles all of a sudden do not coordinate. We have uneven ground. Our ground is so uneven, bro, and you get the
rolling ankle.
Yeah, so muscle strain is there. The ACLs are there. The knee injuries now, the ACL stroke, the knee injuries are there. We do have them numerous for a couple of players. The other thing we have is the ankle sprains are also there, and we also have a very interesting one.
I've seen your face light up. I really want to know how interesting this one is.
An overuse injury.
Okay.
Where you get to use your body so much and get an overuse injury. Now this is very common now with the players. It's not a specific injury, but the body gets an overuse. Now this comes to the modern game, which is over-fixtured. We have players playing numerous matches. For example, I think before Kenya, the Harambee Stars played their 2 friendly matches. We had players who had featured for the local league on Sunday.
Yes.
On Saturday, and had a camp on Sunday. And still travel, I think, on Monday for Turkey. This is an intense session. Had a match again. We could still use that as an excuse for the...
It's not an excuse.
Okay, we still also had players. Our league, unfortunately, was still on during the break. So
yeah, and we were speaking about that. Yeah, so
overuse. Fixtures come thick and fast over and there. Yeah, so it's a very common one nowadays, which is an overuse of the body from the players.
In terms of mitigation, because I think that's also really important. What can I do to avoid getting injuries? What are some of the things that I as an athlete or I as a sportsman you would advise me to do to just minimize the chances of me getting injured?
It starts from the gears. It goes way back to your home. The stretches, the nutrition, the dieting that the specific player takes. The team, how the team also maintains a specific player is also very key to you. You might be doing everything right, and you find that the team also throwing you here and there for the consistent number of matches. I think players should be protected. The minutes they're playing, you find these players played consistently for a couple of matches. You are in a match that has completely favored you in terms of the scoreline, that is, and give the player rest. Give him a rest. And also for the young players, the lifestyle. That lifestyle is very important. You cannot come from a match, you've played 90 minutes, draw everything on the pitch, and then still go pale Kilimani Kileleshwa for an after party.
Which we do a lot.
Let me ask you: is that something like super prevalent? You've had a lot of interactions with players.
It's there. We cannot deny it. It's there.
Okay.
We hang out with these people, so even I can tell you.
Kumbe mimi ndo nakuanga nyumbani tu pila saba. You know me, I'm a homebody, by the way.
There's something you've mentioned about food and diet, and I think I would be interested to learn what does that have to do with my physicality.
It does. It has a lot of things. For instance, you take eggs for the muscle building. You take the omenas. You take your fruits and vegetables for detoxification and for your body to refresh the blood and everything. Oxygenation, now that's where it comes in. Clear blood will refresh your body. Napata mchezaji inasemekana ako na tank. Ako na tank, yeah. So it's very crucial, your dieting.
And I know for the ones that run, I've had some very funny injuries that they talk about, and particularly now that you spoke about gear, and I was coming to that, where you find they're running on very rough roads, they're running on the tarmac. The sort of injuries that they usually get are totally different, and they also become very common because of the tear, especially the muscle tears that come with running 42 kilometers, because that's not an easy.
The 42 kilometers, that's just the competitive one. The training one, you're running way more.
Exactly, and they're running those 2-3 hours every single day. So once you have the wrong kind of shoes, then definitely it becomes a big problem.
Now to our sports, it comes with the studs. I think super grateful and happy that we are at a time where we are receiving the same boots that we see them in the TVs. They quickly arrive in our markets, though at high prices and so on. So it's up for us to appeal for the clubs and to purchase this for the sports.
By the way, like that's another.
Yeah. Rather than having a player going to Gikomba kwenda kujitafutia.
So wait. The boots made by Nike and the Gikomba 3,500 2K whatever boot, of course, well, there's a difference, but like you're telling me that there's a significant difference that injuries can become a prevalent thing.
They can. When you use a shoe that the studs are on one end, the other side is still there, this player will be playing in an uniform and in balance. Yeah, so you risk him with the ankle strength and everything.
Okay, guys, we will continue this interview, but at the top of the hour, usually the last 5 minutes, we like to do a little check around the grounds. By the way, it's 90+6 in Bidco versus Bandari. That game is 0-0. 89th minute, Gor Mahia versus Tusker. That game is still 1-0 to Gor Mahia. And in the Premier League, can you guess what is going on at Turf Moor?
Well, I'm just seeing the player that I decided to bench has just scored, and I was
no, it wasn't him.
Oh, this is Pedro Neto. Sorry. I'm like, how unlucky can I be? The week I decided to drop somebody, then they're getting very good stats. But yeah, Pedro Neto has already scored.
Do you play FPL?
I do. This weekend I forgot to
make changes.
Make changes for my team. Unfortunately, Gabriel is there at the back. I don't know whether they will change it for me.
Well, the beauty about FPL is for an injury, at least they'll
he's
pick
definitely
a defender from the bench.
They'll just swap that out for you. And you know, these days, by the way, from the start of last season, by the way, lineups are no longer released an hour to kick off. They're released an hour and 15 minutes to kick off. And the following is the Liverpool lineup. Oh my God, this is not what I was expecting, but
I like your reaction. It
I'm happy. I'm actually happy. It's because so we've got Alisson Becker back in goal. Very happy to see that. Virgil van Dijk and Konate. Milos Kerkez is playing left back, and unfortunately Dominic Szoboszlai is playing right back.
Why is it unfortunately?
I like him in the midfield, man. I like him. Like there's the 2 games he won against Villa and Madrid. Slot returned back to what he knew, man. The formation that worked, the midfield that was successful last season. So, and I really like that. But it's okay.
Some of us are happy about that tinkering because when you're getting poor results, we are also happy.
Guess who's back from his groin injury? Alexander Isak is in the starting 11. McAllister, who played in Angola a few days ago, and I think he scored as well. No, he didn't score, but he did play. Is playing. Mohamed Salah makes his 300th appearance in the Premier League, I think, for Liverpool. Yeah, so he has like 14 at Chelsea. And 188 goals in those 299 games.
He's been a super player, by the way, for Liverpool. But unfortunately, this season, he's not doing so well. I don't know what has been happening to him. And to be quite honest, I think you guys losing Darwin Núñez is coming to bite you guys where it hurts the most. And we're happy.
That's very easy to say, by the way. That's very easy to say. But I will tell you this, like, you remember Salah was part of the Mane Salah Firmino trio. after they were replaced, it took him at least a season to get used to Darwin and.
But he was still scoring. He was still performing well.
Yeah, but the 22-23 season was one of his poorer seasons as well. To be fair,
This is going to be worse.
We signed him for 2 years. We signed him for 2 years, and then you had the 23-24 season where we finished third. Did a little bit better with Nunez and Diaz as his partners, and then last season we won. So anyway,
I just think Isaac for me was wrong.
We'll see today. By the way, you have no idea. I'm so excited. This guy, I love him. I love him.
The beauty is, by the time we go to halftime, we will still be here. So
we will all know.
Exactly.
That is the Liverpool 11. There's a bunch of other 11s that have been released right now. Let's have a look at those ones really, really quickly before we finish the top of the hour. But today, since we started a bit late, we will keep saying, for just you give us, please, just 10 more minutes, manze. We would like to have you on for a little bit more. At the top of the hour, we just have to restart. Oh, my word. Of course, we're playing Pitbull again. I'm joking, guys. We love Pitbull here. Let's see. I'm not really finding those other 11s on the whatever right now, but let's see what other games have gone on. Chelsea still up 1-0 in the 65th minute right now, and yeah, those are all the kickoffs we have so far. So coming up with you now, Pitbull International Love. As always, we love Pitbull on this show.
Bold analysis, fierce debates, pure passion. The Sports Garage